Hi, if you are thinking on building a cafe racer by a motorcycle, or if you are already building a cafe racer bike, this video will be very useful for you. I start my project with this on the CB125 B6, and when I began, I had some ideas, but I didn't know if they were going to work or not. Fortunately, I am a professional designer, and I started with some experiments on the design of the bike. Many of the ideas that I had didn't work as I expected, but they helped me to see why they didn't work in the cafe racer conversion. What I learned with these failed experiments was that it's very important to discover the right proportions of all the elements of the motorcycle that you are working with. What I mean is that all the parts of the motorcycle have to have the right size. In the end of the project, you have to look to your cafe racer motorbike and see that nothing is too big or too small, or too large or too thin. The parts that you should be careful on the size are the fuel tank, seat, fenders, and all the headlights. The most difficult piece of that I had to choose and draw was the cafe racer seat. It was a nightmare to achieve the right seat. I'm going to show you some examples of seats to this on the CB125 or the CB200, which are identical. This is a good seat, but not for this bike. The back end is too fat and too big for the fuel tank. This is too short for this bike. This is also a little short, and too wide. I think that this seat, if this seat was longer, it could be a lot better. This seat is thin, too thin, making it appear that it's too long and with a fat back end. This has the back end too small. This seat has almost the right proportions, but the back end is too much different from the fuel tank. This is a good example. It only needs to be a little wider in the front to get the alignment with the fuel tank. To me, this is one of my favorites. This is one of the best cafe racer seats for this Honda CB125. Everything in this seat is perfect. The back end has the same line of the fuel tank. It has the right size and proportions. This is perfect example of what a cafe racer seat should have in this model, of course. This is also a good seat, but it could be better if the back end wouldn't be so high. I should tell you that it's not easy to get the right seat. As you see, I made several molds for my cafe racer seat, and even so, I didn't achieve the right seat. See this image which is the actual seat that I paid to do. And now look at this image that I worked in Photoshop. Do you see the difference? Small changes make a big difference. In what concerns to the fuel tank, I also made several attempts to get the right result. And here I discovered that little changes in the pinstripes can change the shape of the original fuel tank. If you look to these images, the little curve on the bottom of the fuel tank make the fuel tank appear to be longer and lower than it is in reality, making it appear much more elegant. These are some of the most important things that you have to know, which will help you to achieve a good cafe racer look. All we know is that there are many different styles of cafe racer bikes, but with proportional parts, it will get a lot better. So good luck with your project, and thanks for watching.